Hello, hello. Wonderful Thursday afternoon slash evening to everybody. I am Sajidine, joined by the mega awesome Wolf. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you doing tonight?
I'm excited. This is a pretty hype series that we're gonna be coming into right now for the learning division of our Galorants Community League. This is Team wolFEs versus the Iron Maidens. Very important matchup actually because of the winner of this, I believe, is going to be determining, I would say, what the final spot
Yep.
in the groups.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
for the learning division, because there's only one group, there's 5 teams in the division, but the top 4 will go to playoffs. And right now, Iron Maidens has 1 point up on the wolfies. So if wolfies can take both games here, they will steal that spot from Iron Maidens and go on to the playoffs, which for learning division are going to be next week on Thursday and Friday.
exciting. And kind of going on a little of a tangent here. I just want to commend the naming
Watching this spot.
convention of both teams here. If you're not familiar and you're watching this, just tuning in, the learning division is ranks ranging from iron to what is it, like bronze or
This
silver? I
goes
think?
here.
Bronze, iron and
Um,
bronze.
yeah, iron and bronze. And wolFEs has the what do you call it? The scientific
The chemical symbol
the
for iron.
yeah, the chemical symbol for iron in their name, and then obviously Iron Maidens. They like not the 80s band. I love it. It's so good. It's so genius. Iron Maidens even has a Twitter. All for it.
Oh, I forgot they were. Yeah, we have a couple of teams that have Twitters, but I think they might be the only one in the learning division that do.
Wow. Everybody else needs to get on that, but we already have the attackers making their way onto site here. But Zakala manages to pick up 2, slowing down the plant of that spike.
One enemy remaining.
Bodies are dropping, but it is now all up to Trinity. See if she can make something happen here. They run into each other, right-clicking away, but Volatile eventually wins that duel. And that's the first point on the board for the wolFEs.
Yes. So we're on the map Ascent. I forgot to turn our HUDs on. You should now see that on your screen though. We're on the map Ascent. This was the wolFEs map pick, and the Iron Maidens actually chose to attack first on this site, which is typically a little bit unusual, but I believe they actually did this last week as well when they were on this site. They like to attack Ascent.
Placing alarm bot.
That's, I mean, you go with what you're confident with, right? Certain play styles benefit a specific side, so go have at it. Oh, I like that usage of Yoru's little footsteps, making a little bit of noise on cat, but Killer Fembot already pushed her way through.
Yeah, and it looks
But
like
the
we
rest
do
of
have
our
a
team's gonna
rotation
take
already.
that spike back. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Everybody's just kind of postured up right now, waiting to see if they can. But Epiphany's makes her position known that she is on key, and the rest of her team soon to follow. But Delta trying to be a little bit sneaky on site, not able to make, and that spike is going to get planted onto B.
Yeah, so it looked like the wolfies rotated a little bit too far over towards A that time. Now they just get to come into this already set up positions of the Iron Maidens.
Oh. They tear down that wall. The spike is ticking away. She's manages to connect, taking out Cynical. But pressure is on right now for the wolFEs to and get through that spike. To have enough time to kill 2 and get the defuse.
Last
No,
player
unfortunately it
standing.
took a
It's not
little
gonna
bit
be
too
enough.
long.
Yeah.
Everybody goes
That's a
down.
valiant effort. We all go down with this ship.
That was a really good effort on the wolFEs side for the retake. Because they were going into it as in a 3v3. They lost one, but then evened it out. Excuse me. They just, if they had moved just a little bit faster, they actually probably could have taken that because the Reyna Epiphanies on the Iron Maiden side was trying to rotate in behind them through Market rather than coming in through CT where she had been waiting before.
Yeah.
So they had a pretty good chance of actually defusing that before she made it to site. Or at least putting pressure on her to make it to site quickly and maybe make a mistake. But they took a little bit too long to get there.
Well, hopefully they can make something happen here. They'll open it up with that Sage Wall from Odd Trinity. Manages to push her way through, but Chicken already planted on site. Not gonna be enough. She's gonna get taken out, and Odd Trinity is just gonna heal herself back up. She spots Delta on the corner.
There.
Epiphany is trying to tank the rest of Iron Maidens. Or sorry, as the rest of wolFEs as they push their way through, but Odd Trinity with a triple kill before finally being removed. Again, numbers not in favor
Player
for
standing.
wolFEs. It's now up to Volatile. Trying to see if she can make something happen, but not able to finish that off. And that's going to be 2 rounds now for the Iron Maidens.
Yeah, she was a little unlucky with the spray there. She needed to pull down just a little bit, and she actually probably would have gotten that kill. But that's alright. Going into round 4 now. It looks like the wolFEs are having a little bit of trouble with their economy. They maybe bought up a little too much on that last one. I think a couple of them had chosen some rifles, possibly. And so we can see now that they're gonna have trouble buying. This is gonna be a really hard round for them. But they should be set up pretty well for the next round, maybe even the next 2 rounds to buy rifles.
Yeah, at this point, I think any body that they can take out would be a nice little victory for them at this point. For a round such as this one, would you say that wolFEs should kind of switch up the way they would play or how they would hold site? But Epiphany's Mima sneaking in at middle will find Volatile on the rotation. But Cynical connects with her own, manages to even this out and stall whatever attempt of a push onto side wolFEs has. Or sorry, Iron Maiden has. But Odd Trinity and Epiphanies connects with some bodies, manages to take out
One enemy remaining.
wolFEs with that turret. Oh, she's just gonna have to battle it out. Tries it, she does. Turret gets the kill. Zackle considers that a win. Manages to grab that rifle.
Sage kill.
Connects with another.
She is on a timer here, though, and she knows there's a turret right there.
Yeah.
Not sure how to find the others, though, and she doesn't have that much time to waste.
I think she might consider. Actually, I think she's just gonna consider maybe saving this.
Yeah.
I really like the way Iron Maidens are playing. They're just playing it so passive right now.
Found them.
Forcing,
Oh, that was... Yeah.
She will. She'll take out one. Little moral victory there. Keeps a rifle. Gets a kill.
That was really smart to set up the alarm bot right there just to kind of warn her, because her turret was already going to warn her anybody coming out through CT. So having the alarm bot there was very helpful. And she did some damage to their economy by taking out one of their players. They still have pretty good money. Lucky Apple could definitely buy one of her teammates if needed, but any damage you can do helps in the long run.
Exactly. Even just like the moral victory of getting those kills and whatnot. I will take it.
Yeah.
Epiphanies opens up the round with her Empress. Tanking a lot of utility though.
Here.
Held by that Cypher Wire, Cynical Wind will just take her down. She's on the Yoru ultimate. Managed to make her way on site, is tanking that turret and Zaku has to sit quietly in hell. They know where she is. Her teammates have already rotated over. Oh. The run it back was used, but not really able to connect. But Spike down, Killer Fambot on her Rosen. They don't see her. Eventually we'll connect Cynical Wind will strong round. And that's 2 points on the board for the wolFEs.
That was a really good... It wasn't exactly a retake because they never actually got the spike down, but it was. But they did have control of spike, so it was a little bit of a retake from the wolFEs. Really nice run it back from Cynical Windmill. Spotted out a couple of different players. I think she even got a kill while she was in that. So that definitely helps her team know where to look when they got onto site. Killer Femme got a little lucky, went into hell. Nobody knew she was down there, but couldn't quite connect with the number of kills she needed to actually close out the round.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a double pick for Volatile, not able to finish that out. She's really capable of opening up that round, but look at the From the Shadows ultimate used. Just to scout. That was an easy cancel. Kind of just trying to get an idea of where the rest of Iron Maidens is. But again, Epiphany.
Look at Epiphany.
The way she's she just ninja'd her way through. Unfortunately, not gonna close that out with a kill, but that has to keep you on your toes when you're wolFEs right now, knowing like how the heck did she get back here?
Yeah, and they have Spike down now, which
Spike
is gonna be pretty good for them. But look at this again. Oh, Trinity is in the back there. They have no idea she's coming up to heaven.
She brings back Epiphanies from the back end. Is there like a little portal that I'm not aware of over there? I love it. Killer Fembot. Kind of stuck in the corner here with the spike, but she does have her teammates flanking right now. Oh, Trinity not able to connect. Oh.
Prepare for hellfire.
She uses Orbital Strike to try and clear out the site. Epiphanies cleans up one. They have 10 seconds to plant that, but they're also gonna have to clear out site, and Zakalith is here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh no! 4K for her, and a stall on the spike. That's 3-3. This match is insane.
Yeah, both teams really want it, so I think we're gonna see a good match overall the whole time. That was really good from Zakalith, though. Great round for her. As you said, she got a 3K there. Just that was really... I know they lost the round, but that was actually really good communication from the Iron Maidens too, though, discussing where they were on site, because they had those two flankers. You know, Trinity died, but she saw where the other two were, called it out for Killer Fembot to use her ultimate. It was very good communication that a little bit maybe quicker on the jaw could have helped them with that round.
Ooh. Clean headshot twice now for Zakalith. She has a site on lock, the rest of her team making their rotation, but Iron Maidens. I like this play. Getting a little bit of mid-control here. They drop their smoke. Dr. Delta gets a whiff of that. She will use her Cypher Cam, try to see if she can spot anything here. That's gonna give information with that kill. And the rest of Iron Maiden is gonna make their way onto site and get that spike down.
Yeah, the wolFEs are pretty set up for a retake here with a 5v3.
Here.
Oh, Trinity manages to find Delta on the rotation. She's stuck in halls. She's gonna have to try. Oh my god, that was a flick and a half for her. Oh, Trinity triple kill. And whatever wolFEs had coming into the retake, it's now a body down.
Turn out.
Zacalet's third takes one out, but round will go to the Iron Maidens.
Yeah, I believe Trinity last week had an ace in the league match that we've been streaming. So seeing that, I think it was a 3K there for her with those quick flicks. Not too surprising.
Alarm bomb.
She's probably looking for another one. She got featured on her social media, so I think she wants that again.
I love it. I mean,
yeah. She was in a really good defensive position there.
Barrier created.
I love how aggressive she plays. She's on a stage, but she is a battle sage through and through. Already opening up the site for her team. Cynical Windmill trying to see if she can slow something down here. Will take the trade, but Trinity, once again, just always closing.
You will
2v2.
not kill my ally.
But that res puts the advantage back.
enemy
As I say that,
Initiated.
that's a lockdown now used.
Yeah, and they have the avenues all set up. She's is definitely going to get trapped here in this lockdown.
Oh,
And they know exactly where she
absolutely.
is.
Yeah, one of them taps the spike. And the
one of
other is
them
going to
goes for the
take that
knife.
knife kill, maybe? No.
I thought she was going for the knife kill as well.
I thought so too. I always had that feeling like, you know what? Better safe than sorry. I don't know if you're not comfortable or familiar with the timing of how long someone is detained. The last thing you want is trying to swing for that knife, and it, you know, I will say it right. It happens. You swing and you miss,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then suddenly she has her gun back.
Yeah, no, that's...
Secure that round.
I play Killjoy a lot. I never knife people who I trap in the ultimate. I can't. I'm too afraid that I'm going to mess up the timing. It's 8 seconds that they're trapped, so like, honestly, they could have run onto site if they did it fast enough and diffused before she was undetained, but... I don't know anybody who would actually want to do that.
Set spot.
Yeah. Dimensional Drift is used to try and scout out a site right now, but Cynical Windmill answers with the run it back, will return to the Gun of Epiphanies, but she wins out that battle. With Iron Maidens down to 2 bodies, having
One
to face
enemy
off with the
remaining.
rest of wolFEs. They have this site on lock. It's all up to Trinity now. She has the spike. She's gonna try and... Is she gonna fake this?
I
Wrap
don't know.
around?
She did sprint a little bit
She
there, and
thought
I
of it.
thought Delta would have heard her, but it doesn't look like it. Now they know.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any
This
utility
is-
left, though, so this is going to be hard.
Yeah. This is a prayer and a half for her. They've already made their way through to site and quickly finish her off. Try to see if she has any worthwhile guns. It's pretty. They'll take it.
Team Ace.
Well, not a player ace, but a team ace, so that's good for them. Yeah, these... I'm really happy. I think we featured wolFEs in
No more
week
charges
1
left.
of the league. And it's so nice to see how much the teams have grown over the course of these 5 weeks together. Because you can definitely tell that they're playing... They played very well as a team
this
in
is
week
a
1,
nice
like don't get me wrong about that. But they're just even more in sync this week. And it's just really nice to watch and to see the growth of these teams as they go through this.
Absolutely. And as we see Epiphanies open up the round, taking out Delta, while the rest of the team battle it out at middle. On her Empress, Epiphanies trying to see if she can extend the duration, hoping for a kill here. Playing very aggressively onto B side.
Enemy removed.
But her team already cleaning up on the back end.
Yeah, look how much map control they have right now. The two defenders don't really have much wiggle room to move around.
Yeah. Oh, but they find Spike. The one important body that you need to connect. Chicken takes out another. That's 2 kills for her.
Last player standing.
Wow.
One enemy remaining.
Tiffany's no longer has her Empress, but out of nowhere, suddenly, it's a 1v1.
Yeah, and she's not really sure where Cynical, or not Cynical, I'm sorry, Chicken is
left.
sitting. She has 30 seconds to move around here, but I don't know if she's gonna go for it or not.
Spike.
She does want it. She's making an awful lot of noise. 50-50, which way?
She did not see her. Chicken strong round. Hold those deep corners.
Yeah, that was a really good hold from Chicken. A lot of players would get like a little bit too anxious about, oh, they're coming, and pop out, and it wouldn't have worked there. Oh, looks like we need to do a bit of a pause here. One of the players had a crash on their PC. Good. Never good.
This goes here.
Indeed.
So, a little bit of a break here.
That goes there.
What do you think is going to happen when we switch sides?
Yes.
I like, so both teams, I mean, they both are sporting the Killjoy. Very similar as far as their lineup goes. Smokes. I guess it just comes down to who's able to hold or burn through utility more. I think that's the big one, is that if they can burn through or contest whatever site the Sage is, I think that's a big one. Trinity right now has been phenomenal on her Sage. So that's, I think, the person to watch. And maybe even like contesting like whatever sites Epiphanies and She's are playing, only because they are the duelists, and you can argue that having duelists hold on the defense, it's a little more difficult. But
yeah, I definitely think that they will split up their sentinels the way that wolFEs are doing right now.
Yeah.
So, as you said, it's going to be a lot of trying to draw out different utility from the other team without using too much of your own at the same time. Which I feel like should be the strategy a lot, because, you know, the utility is really what makes this game different from like CS:GO or other games where it's just straight, you know, grenades and guns. So getting the opponents to waste it when you're not actually pushing a site is great, and that helps you in the long run.
Yeah. And I think kind of something to touch up on what you brought up earlier as well, with the improvement of one, gameplay, and two, the communication that the teams have had by playing consistently with each other for the past like 5 weeks. That's going to be a big factor as well coming into this. I want to say both teams were also participated in last season's Gal League, yeah?
I believe so. I don't know if it was the same rosters, but I know
Complete
at least like,
roster, but
yeah, I think at least parts of the rosters have played together in the first season of Gal League.
right.
Sorry, GCL.
And GCL, yes. And yeah, I think that's going to be a big one to look into as well coming into this, where both teams have shown that growth and improvement. That's definitely one of the big positives about being involved in a community league such as GCL, is you're playing consistently, pretty much with the same people, learning how to communicate and learn how each other plays, versus pubbing and whatnot. And I think there's definitely a noticeable growth in their gameplay and in their communications that you can see from when we first started watching both teams to where they are now.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I love that. Oh my god, that bear.
No, right? I love this like tour that we're going on. Thank you, Casey. Casey's being a wonderful observer and taking us on a tour while we wait for I think it was Trinity's computer who had crashed. Waiting for her to load back in here. But yeah, and I know it's actually very exciting to see because like, you know, we get to talk to a lot of the teams and see what's going on. I know even at this level, at the learning level where you're iron and bronze, some of the teams are actually doing research on their opponents before these games. Like they'll go back and they'll find either
that's so
players'
cute.
streams to
I love
watch,
it.
or they'll watch our own VODs here of the weekly games that we
Mhm.
stream. And it's just really nice to see the girls get like that into this kind of league situation. And it definitely, I mean, it never hurts to look at your opponents, and it certainly could help, especially because a lot of people have habits, and if you can pick those habits out and
Yeah.
then figure out counters to them before you even get into the game, yeah, that's definitely going to be to your advantage.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, it's the cow buddy. Nope.
I
No.
want her to shoot
No.
so we can see it go mean.
Ooh.
It's so cute.
And I think I saw, yeah, she has the knife too. Oh my goodness.
Yes, she definitely bought the set. Or at least pieces of it.
All
We're
right.
loaded
well,
back in,
we're
and
back
here we
in.
go.
Here we go indeed.
For you.
How did she get hurt already?
That has to be some fall damage or something, right? Or maybe like team.
It's probably fall damage,
Messing
but I can't think
around?
of where she would have fallen from.
Yeah, I can't either. Turret spots the body. Zakalith makes a peek, takes out one, but take that two. Oh no, runs out of ammo as she tries to battle out all Trinity, but rest of her team already making their way onto site. Will cover her
One
while she
enemy
makes that
remaining.
reload. Now that she has bullets, she has a triple kill on her. Zakalith on fire tonight.
Yeah, and Zakalith came in as a sub for the wolFEs, I believe. One of their players couldn't make the game or was in Texas. I get confused on which teams have
30
have
seconds
Texas
left.
players or not, but I know a lot of them are out
Yeah.
of power right now.
Yeah.
But she's playing very well with the team for kind of coming in a little bit last minute. But again, we have Epiphany's here on her lonesome trying to figure out
10
if she can
seconds
get
left.
to the spike.
Oh, but they have it on lock. She needs to force multiple 1v1s, but I don't think they're gonna let her. Yeah, they've only ever started moving once the timer is out, so now she's just kind of hoping that she doesn't get
Last
spotted.
round
Oh
before
no,
the
but she
switch.
does. Delta will connect.
That was unfortunate. Let's see here.
That hurt.
So,
Ah,
7 to
this is a
4.
nice spot.
This is the last round and a half.
goes
of the game.
here.
Last round and a half. It's
Yes,
looking
this
like the
is-
Iron
this
Maidens
is
are going to
that
have to
goes
do a
there.
bit of a force buy here to get their rifles. Meanwhile, we see Chicken coming out with the op. We haven't seen one at all this game yet. Curious to see. She's not going to be in the right lane immediately, but I'm curious to see what she can do with that.
Yeah. Volatile opens up the round by taking out Odd Trinity. That has to be rough. But it's still quite doable for the Iron Maidens. They're gonna make their way onto site, but they don't have the spike. Did they forget it? Oh no!
Oh no! They must have each thought that their teammate was going to pick it up.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Blocking sight.
lucky. Not so lucky. Will find the operator, and that's 8 points now for
Switching
wolFEs.
sides.
Yeah. wolFEs have got to be happy about this scoreline going into the half. It's pretty hard. I mean, I think it's pretty hard to attack this site. Or not this site, this map in particular. So going in with a 4-round advantage, they've got to feel at least a little bit less stressed about it. They have a couple of
Yeah.
rounds that they can give up while they figure out you know, the Iron Maiden's defensive strategy here.
Yeah.
But it all starts with the pistol round. They didn't, I don't think they, yeah, they didn't take the pistol last time. No, they did. I'm getting mixed up with my colors. They did take the pistol last time, but then lost 3 rounds in a row, so it's a bit iffy. They're going to want to take this pistol again and hopefully get the second round as well. That would put them up into double digits.
And there's always going to be some players that just struggle with pistols until they're able to all afford rifles.
Guilty.
Unless it's a frenzy.
Unless it's a frenzy.
Got one.
But Lucky Apple makes the double kill before finally being removed by Delta.
Last player
Tiffany's
standing.
trying to connect with the sandwich. One bullet to her name. Not gonna be enough. Zachlith closes that out. Zachlith, 25 kills in this game so far.
Wow.
Shooting for that 30 bomb.
Yeah, we've seen her go a couple of rounds where she got triples or quad kills. No ace yet, but, you know, the night is young. But yeah, she and Trinity are both doing very well for their teams. It's a little bit unusual because they're both playing Sentinels rather than Duelists. But, you know, everybody loves a Battle KJ and a Battle Sage, so...
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious to see if this is going to be the wolFEs' plan of attack continuously of just like, let's run all together down one site, or if they might switch it up as the rounds progress.
Iron Maidens. Good crossfire positioning for them. It's all up to Delta now, and they have spike control, and she's walled off.
She can hear them beyond that wall.
I know.
Oh no!
Wide swing. Neither one able to connect right now. Epiphanies eventually closes it out. Sheriff to the face of Dr. Delta.
Yep. 5 on the board for Iron Maidens. That's good for them. They definitely wanted to pick that up. It's like a lot of a mental game here. Like once your opponents get to double digits, if you're not anywhere close to them, you really start feeling the pressure there. So getting a couple of rounds here, trying to close that gap before wolFEs get to 10 is definitely going to help team morale overall from the Iron Maidens. It looks like we're going to see a bit of a different choice here from wolFEs. It looks like they're going to try to see what the defenses on A site look like. Still moving together as a pack, but could work for them.
Yeah. I like the aggressive peek by Epiphanies to hold off, you know, wasting, I wouldn't say wasting, but like utilizing that Sage wall until they absolutely had to. But this is kind of what we talked about at the beginning, right? All of the burned utilities on A site right now.
Yeah, and they're leaving one player volatile over there just to watch for anybody who might be trying to come out of A, hopefully get a pick or two as she comes in behind them.
Yeah. Trinity reads the rotation, manages to trade out one. Still a 4v4, but the rest of Iron Maidens already postured outside of B as the rest of wolFEs try to push their way through. But look at Jet.
Yeah, look at
Volatile. She is.
Cutting their vision.
Oh my goodness. She's
30
managed
seconds
to
left.
connect.
One enemy remaining.
Epiphanies closes out with another. And Volatile, what was supposed to be a strong flank, I think it might have taken a little bit too long. Her teammate's already down. Oh. Tries to dash through, but Killer Fembot closes it out. That's 6 points now for the Maidens.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. It was a great flank. They had no idea she was there. It would have been perfect if she had hit the site in line with the rest of her teammates, but she was just a little bit slow. I think she was being a little too cautious coming through the defender spawn, trying to check into market and everything to make sure that she didn't get flanked from somebody else.
Right.
A little bit unfortunate, but a really good play. And I'm curious to see if we get any more kind of those long flanks out of this team.
Love to see, but Trinity already has to heal up. Tries to take a ego peek over there. Not able to connect, but he just did a little bit of damage. Zakalith closes it out. Will take Sheev on the opening. Takes out one before being removed by Chicken. But I would say body advantage still to the wolFEs, even though two of them have health.
Found them.
Now it's
Variable.
oh, nice swing.
One enemy remaining.
Three.
Triple kill again for her. Make that a quadra.
I did.
I believe that puts her over 30, doesn't it? Yeah, right at 30.
I trust the math.
Yeah.
I trust your math. I was like, I have to check. I can't. I have to check.
I will say this, like, we were just watching Zakalith there. She has really great recoil control on a lot of the guns that we've seen her pick up. That definitely looks like something that she has practiced quite a bit. But we're coming in here. It's 10-6. There's still a 4-round difference here. The Iron Maidens are going to start feeling a little bit more pressure. It's not the end of the world if they lose this game, as long as they pick up the next one. But if they lose both of these, they're out of playoffs. So that's got to be kind of niggling at the back of their mind a little bit.
Initiated.
Drops the lockdown. But Yoru's Dimensional Drift also being used, and a Sage Wall. Trying to see if they could slow down this entry. Trinity takes out two before finally being detained. Oh, she's like, don't find me.
Destroyed. Found them.
But it worked out. It's a 3v2. Spike barely being punched
One
right
enemy
now.
remaining.
Lucky able to stall it down, takes out Zakalith.
Enemy killed.
But Volatile finds Epiphanies, who is trying to find a rifle. Oh, she has one bullet. Reload, they know where she is. She's closed it down. Huge round.
Yeah, that was a big round for them. Really good try from the attackers. It is a little bit unfortunate. Volatile kind of left, I believe it was Chicken who had the spike. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Zakalith was the one who was planting. He kind of left her on site alone, even though they could hear and knew that the defense was coming in. It might have been a little bit smarter for them to play more together to do those kind of crossfires rather than going the separate ways.
There.
But that's okay. You live and you learn. Looks like we're going to try another A hit here, which we only have Epiphanies
out of
on
my way.
site, so this could work in wolFE's favor.
She wants to peek this, connects with one, gets the trade. Zakalith removes her eventually. It's a 4v4 as they make their way through, but she's... Oh, sprays through the smoke. Burns through all of those daggers from Jet. They're gonna make it on site.
Spike planted.
And Spike is now down.
Alarm bot out.
But Lucky wants to use the lockdown. Initiate it, she does.
Swarm grenade.
One enemy remaining.
She's cleaning house right now with a double. Tries to get a triple, but not realizing Dr. Delta in hell still before finally being detained. Will take out two.
Yeah, they probably assumed that everybody was off site once the lockdown went down, but Delta just sat, just waited. That was great. She knew she was going to get caught, but she was going to take some with her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think she knew she was trapped there. She was dealing with two bodies up top, someone by the door. At that point, you're just like, just hold your ground. Try to see if you can delay the diffuse. And yeah, she got 2 kills to her name, and
Yeah,
feels
and
good.
We did see that round that the Iron Maidens are cognizant of the fact that the wolFEs could flank them, and they could flank them hard. Because we saw Lucky Apple actually put her alarm bot behind them that time, just to check to make sure that there wasn't a wayward jet back there.
Yeah. Epiphanies, once again, opens up the round. I really love how aggressive she's been playing with the Reyna. And look at that wall. Volatile says, nope, that don't stop me. Jumps over it. They now are through with a spike.
Planted.
Out of charges.
It's a 5v4 on the retake here for the Iron Maidens. Very doable if they're able to connect. Oh my gosh, that's a body block. Zakalith
Placing sentry.
connects with her turret, but Volatile gets the body.
One enemy remaining.
Volatile finds 3. Oh my goodness, that's 11 points.
Yeah, that was a great round for her. We were just talking about wayward jets, but she decided to go a little bit more direct that time.
Yeah.
But I really liked that out of the wolFEs that round. The previous round, you know, they took out the Sage Wall. They had basically cleared sight, but didn't push and gave the defense time to rotate over, and that didn't work in their favor. The defense got that defusal. That round, they took out the wall and they just went for it. And that amount of aggression allowed them to take over the site and set up their post plant in a much better way than they had the previous round.
Oh. Looks like they're doing a little split here, the wolFEs, but
Oh.
yeah, I think they forced some rotation from the rest of the Iron Maidens, but not hard committing. You're seeing like pretty much 3 bodies on CT spawn right now.
Yeah, and you saw the Iron Maidens actually, they started to rotate and then they realized that they weren't pushing into A site, and you could see them kind of like as a group go, wait a second. This is unusual. Let's rotate back a little bit just to make sure.
Lucky. Oh, but Zakalith opens up the round, taking out all Trinity. And I like the way that Lucky is playing this right now. She put her turret on mid, knowing that they're playing some rotation movement here. So that's already information, but
30
lockdown
seconds left.
going to be used to open up B site, which has nobody in it. So they should be able to take that, but Iron Maidens, with 2 having to do the retake, it's going to be a little bit difficult here.
Yeah, that turret spotted out Epiphanies, so there's Cypher over there, or I keep wanting to say Cynical's the Cypher, Delta's the Cypher. He's just gonna wait just to make sure that nobody's coming in from the back.
Last player standing.
Oh, but Lucky gets spotted by Chicken, posted up on the box. Epiphanies will connect with 1. Feels bad. She needs to heal, but instead she's going to dismiss herself onto the backside. Will not have enough time to defuse at this
One
point.
enemy remaining.
But that's a 4K for her. And Delta walks away.
Yeah, I didn't know
Match
if Epiphanies
point.
was gonna actually try for the defusal or go for the ace there. But looked like she realized she didn't have time and just decided to stay anyways.
Yeah.
But we're at
I
match point now.
feel that.
Yeah. At match point, the wolFEs have been pretty dominating since about halfway through the first half here. You can definitely see why this was their map choice. They are playing very well on this map on both defense and attack.
Yeah.
And Iron Maidens have to make up 4 rounds and then win a 5th before the wolFEs get 1. It's going to be a lot of pressure on them.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Run it back is now used by Cynical, trying to see if she can clear A site and get that spike down. Lock this first match for the rest of her team.
Spike planted.
And that spike is now down. It's a 5v5 on the retake. Orbital Strike is also available to be used here.
Embarrassing.
Oh, she's connected to the flank. It's a 3v2.
Charges.
Yeah, definitely
is
doable
running
for the
out here.
defenders. Just need to work together here.
Last player standing.
She's not expecting somebody sitting by the door.
Open
That's
the
Spike.
sky.
They do not have time. Orbital Strike not able to connect, and that's going to be
Attackers
game
win.
in favor of wolFEs, taking up the first game. Wow.
Yeah, really great game from both of those teams. Very nice to
Definitely.
see.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yep. Zachalith, 35 kills to her name. Odd Trinity almost hits 20 as well, but insane. This is not over yet, though. These two teams will be facing off in map 2 coming up shortly. It should be Bind, I would say.
everybody's favorite map.
Everybody's favorite map. So with that,
Yep,
sit
we're
back,
gonna go for
relax.
a quick break. Let everybody get some water.
Yes, much needed.